Hey guys, so the cards that I had pulled today had a very similar reading or meaning to yesterday's reading. So I really think that this is going to be a theme just throughout this month. I had made a couple videos on like the new moon and things like that, and so I really feel like this time is kind of a time for releasing and letting go of old thought patterns, old beliefs, old things that don't really serve you anymore. For a lot of you, that's going to be old fear-based thoughts that maybe have protected you in the past and are now kind of hindering you in like your development and things like that moving forward. So keep in mind that this is a general reading. I pre-pulled the cards before we started this reading. I'm going to talk to you as if I'm doing a reading for, a specific person. But again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And I hope that this helps. So, what the first card that I pulled was Have Faith. So, I'm feeling that in the past, you may have been struggling, in the recent past, you may have been struggling a lot with having faith in the universe, trusting in your intuition, just having faith that things are going to work out. It seems like it's been kind of a rough time, and it's been a rough, time for a lot of people. But I feel that you're kind of coming out of that a little bit more now. You're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're starting to have faith in yourself, in the universe a little bit more now. You're still it's still a time for healing, okay? But I don't see that it's, totally everything's totally fine. But that's why you're being called, like, keep going, keep having faith. Time to move on. We also have time to move on. So if you're watching this video, you may be worried that I'm about to tell you it's time to move on from a situation, from your person. That's not what I'm going to tell you. It's time to move on from your fear-based thoughts, old beliefs patterns. I feel that for a lot of you, you have just some old stories that you've been telling yourself that are no longer serving you anymore, and you know what I'm talking about, that you need to move on from, because it is a time for healing, like I said earlier. So I clarified on this time to move on. A lot of you guys have been stuck in this fox energy for a really long time, and so the fox energy is kind of thinking that someone is doing something sneaky behind your back. I don't feel like this is a situation for you. Again, take what resonates. You know your own intuition best. And I feel that for a lot of you guys who have felt disconnected from your own kind of knowing, you're fixing that. You have the ability to adapt and overcome situations that any situation basically. And I feel that for a lot of you guys, you have had to adapt and overcome a lot of situations. And that's why you get stuck in this fox energy a lot, because you think that sometimes when you get hurt, your heart closes off to things, and really you need to like open it back up and release that stuff and do some healing, and then open up to love again. You don't want to keep it shut forever. But I feel that for a lot of you guys, you've shut off to a lot of situations, thinking that that's kind of like a good thing, and there's a difference between learning from things, learning from your past and learning from bad things that happen so that it doesn't happen again. But for a lot of you guys, you kind of unknowingly have been stuck in this fox energy of thinking like, whoever comes into your life, for those of you who have people of interest right now, thinking that it's like you're looking for the bad in a situation so you can prepare for bad things to happen so that they won't happen. But really, it's kind of like a self-sabotaging thing, and you're not really realizing it, but you're almost self-sabotaging yourself from happiness, because you can't you can't do that all the time. You have to just go with the flow and stuff. But a lot of you guys are having a hard time with that. And whenever you see something, it's kind of like, you're kind of in this like distrusting energy of like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like that. So I'm, gonna freak out about it. And that's not where we want to be. I love the octopus one. I actually have an octopus tattoo on my back. It's one of my mini animal tattoos, but this one just tells me, like, you guys, it's just a reminder that even if things have happened in the past, you've always been able to adapt and overcome. Like, you're still here, you're still fine, you know, like nothing has, all those things have helped you kind of grow. When I did clarify on a time for healing, what needs healing? Well, exactly what I was talking about before. What needs healing is rabbit energy, spider energy. I forget if it was yesterday's video or the day before, I had pulled a spider card and we talked a little bit about weaving webs. So that's exactly what's going on here in the same situation. What needs healing, what needs moving on from is, you know, your fear-based thoughts, you getting stuck in this, you know, for a lot of you guys, you've been stuck in a pattern for a long time of like this fox and the rabbit. So, weaving webs in your head basically about, not letting, it's about like not letting go of the past and thinking of past situations and then kind of recreating them in your present. Worrying that past situations are going to repeat themselves, worrying that you're going to get stuck, and it's almost like a defensive, like, I'm not going to let that happen to me again. I'm not going to, like, and you're thinking that it's coming from a strong place, and really it's coming from kind of a stubborn and defensive place, and kind of this, like, always looking for something wrong to be happening in a situation, and that's weaving webs, and we don't want to do that anymore. We want to be in this tiger energy. This is almost the equivalent of like the High Priestess card for me in this deck for the tarot deck. This is animal, but always reminds me of the High Priestess. And here we have trusting your intuition, stepping into your own power, really being able to trust in yourself and trust in your own decision making. Some of you guys along the way have lost that trust in yourself and lost that trust in your ability to tell good situations for yourself. And it's really about, you know, stepping into that energy a little bit more. We also have rest. So I really feel like this is the time we have rest, and then we have connect with your emotions. And then we also have Archangel Raphael, which is healing, you know? So I feel like all of this, yeah, and that was all connected to this, a time for healing. So it's like, yes, time for healing, a time to take a step back. If you are in a situation, again, some of you guys are not going into this tiger energy and you're going back into the fox energy. Oh, I knew it. I knew I have to. No, you don't have to disconnect, you know, from people. You don't have to close off from people, but you do have to recognize when you need to do a little bit of healing and when you need to take a step back a little bit to like center yourself, basically, you know. So I do feel like that's what's going on a little bit. It's interesting too that we got the Water Guardian we have a new moon in Cancer, and I feel like all of this is really associated with that. A lot of the energy coming out right now it's a good time for healing. It's a good time to release a lot of stuff. It's a good time to connect with your emotions. A lot of people freak out about all the retrograde stuff going on. Retrogrades sometimes are a good chance to, it's pulling aspects of yourself that already want to come out, that need to let go. So don't fight it. Let it go. Let it release. Connect with your emotions though, and make sure that you're recognizing your own patterns and not getting stuck, because some of you guys have a hard time, I've noticed, and that's why we have like the having faith, tiger energy. Some of you guys are getting stuck in like tiger energy in reverse, so that's not knowing the difference really between your fears and like your intuition, you know, like telling the difference between the two. So how you guys can you know, your intuition is never going to feel like a scary thing. Sometimes you can have like intuitive feelings and then like fear comes in right after, so it's kind of hard to notice. the difference between the two, but your intuition is always going to feel like a certainty, like a knowing. So practice that. Practice a little bit every day with, and you can do that with making decisions. Make decisions quicker. What place do you want to go out to eat? Just make a decision. Don't overthink it too much. You can practice that by, everyone's going to be a little bit different. You know, sit with yourself and feel the feelings within your body. I used to, for a long time, think, and I think a lot of people think this, and I was totally on this level too, where I would think that like intuition is like out here, you know, and not like in here. And really your intuition is going to be in here. It's going to be in your body. So trying to like come back into your body and like feel the sensations that are in your body a little bit more. Sometimes your body is like the best tool for intuition, and it gives you a lot of like you know, intuitive guidance and stuff that way. I could kind of do like a whole video on that, so I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But crystals, rose quartz, that one's a really good one. Rose quartz, what else? Totally slipped my mind. There's one other one, but I'll drop it in the descriptions if I, you know, can remember. But rose quartz is a good one for is it sea jasper? Jasper, like sea jasper, is a good one for I don't know, just connecting with yourself again. You can do moonstone is a good one too. You know, just look up like something, anything that you can really do to like, connect with yourself more. That's kind of really what this time is about. Take some time for you, take some time to, you know, center with yourself and really just do some healing. So I hope that helped a little bit. This is just a general reading. I hope it resonated. Take what does and then leave what doesn't. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.